Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of parent functions. This is standard A.7C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 14 of the 2018 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. Alright, so we have a quadratic function p, and we know that p of x equals k of x plus n. Well, what is k of x? Because that is not graphed for us. K of x equals x squared. Alright, so we're going to just label this our parent function. This is the most basic, boring, vanilla quadratic function you can think of. When k of x equals x squared, you just have your basic parabola here. Goes through the origin, and it comes up like this. Alright, so this is my k of x. And this right here, that's my p of x. And so what did they do to transform it? Well, they did p of x equals k of x plus n. Well, we know that k of x equals x squared. So I'm just going to use a little substitution. Substitute that right there so I can kind of see what I'm looking at. P of x equals x squared plus n. Alright, so when it's in this form and you're just simply including an addend after the x squared, what that regulates is this regulates how the vertex moves up and down on the y-axis. So it's just moving up and down on the y-axis. And so when this n is greater than 0, it's going to move up that many numbers. When n is less than 0, it's going to move down a proportionate number of points on the grid here. So it looks like we're going down to, what is this point? This is a 0, -6. Alright, so it looks like we took our k of x, and we just slid the whole thing down. I'm going to say 6 points because it went from, my original vertex is 0, 0. Now it went to 0, -6, so there we go. 0 minus 6 is going to be -6. So I'm thinking it's going to equal this. So p of x equals x squared minus 6. And I am going to need to fill this in on my answer document. So eventually, we'll need to get it into this form. But before we do that, let's just go ahead and put it on our graphing calculator to make sure that we've got the correct answer. So we have our graphing calculator here, and let's plot both of these. So we're going to go to our y equals, and let's start with our first function. This is the k of x equals x squared, and that is just your very basic parabola, and as you can see here, it's going to go through the origin of 0, 0. Now what we're looking for is, I believe in order to get it to move down 6, we're going to do our x squared, and then we're just going to add a -6 because that's going to shift the whole thing down. Let's see what happens. There's that red. Looks like it went down 6, but let's move it down, and there we go. You see our x of 0 and our y of -6. So that's all we needed to do, was to put this -6 right here, and that's going to shift that whole thing down 6. So we need to go ahead and bubble this in, since there is no f, g, h, or j to choose from. We have a floating decimal, so let's just go ahead and put it at the very end here. We're going to bubble in our 6. Now, it is fairly obvious, but I just want to make sure we understand that is the incorrect answer that's being displayed right now. You see over on the left you have a positive and a negative. If you don't bubble it in, it's going to automatically assume it's a positive. Positive 6 would have moved it up 6 right here. Let's make sure we bubble in that -6 right there. And if we do that, that -6, that is going to give me the value of n, because that's what we were looking for. Even though it says plus n, we could do -6. So n, if we wanted to look at it like this, equals -6 or -6. That's our answer.